Hello everybody. Oh my gosh, can I even get into frame? No, I cannot. All you see is a box. Hey, there I am. So, folks, I am here today with a very special unboxing. As you can see, I have this ginormous box to my right, your left. Hey, see, got that. This is the Orion Battler. This is the last mecha in, well, at least the last main mecha in the Kyuranger line. Ugh, I almost forgot that. I almost blanked on it in my head. But yes, this is the final mecha. There might, there's sometimes they add little things at the end, but for the most part, this is the very end of the line. It's always bigger than the others. You know how it is. Tends to be self-contained. But this is just debuted in the show last week, and as you can see from the box, it has two Tama with it. It has number 13, which is the official Orion Tama, and if you're looking at the line, yes, that is the last one at the beginning of the numbering series, because we already know what 14 onwards are, so that finishes out the main line. No more Rangers, probably. And it also has a special Tama, which is used for like combining all of the mecha together, for like unifying them for their last combination. So we are going to open this up. We're going to see what this bad boy is about. But first, take a look at this box. It's a very nice blue. I think that's very cool. I love his crown sort of helmet. And if you watch the show, those little blue tips are actually fire that he shoots out. Very cool design there. On the top, you can actually see the Red Ranger in his Orion, his Shishi Orion form. And you can see all of the mecha standing around together. It looks like this is how they get away with trying to use all of the mecha at once, because I've talked about in the past how they don't really have a combination that utilizes every piece. And here it shows all of them together, and the remaining ones are pink, gold, and silver. And it looks like gold and silver can kneel on the sides of the mecha, and then pink sits in the middle, as you can see there. So that's kind of their way to utilize everything at once. Not really combinations, but somewhere in the middle. So at least I appreciate the effort. On the side, there's this glorious picture of all of the main mecha. Doesn't show. Oh, sorry, I'm just bleh. It does not show the Orion Battler, and it does not show the Ho-Oh. Doesn't show, but the first 11 are there. Very nice with all their helmets. I'm a little flustered today. I don't know what's going on. It's just been a weird day for me. And then on the side, it shows the modes. It has the main battleship mode. It has one where it basically kind of like shoots out other mecha one at a time. It kind of looks like that's what it's going with. And then it shows, obviously the Megazord Robo mode, whatever you want to call, and then the full combination that I've shown you on the other side, right there. And then the back is just a nice shot of the whole thing in battle form, and then another quick shot right there showing the contents. So that's everything. And it says on the box, Orion Battler. Or for some reason, they keep saying Orion in the show. Like, I understand the whole, English words not necessarily being spoken perfectly in Japanese, because I remember when I was watching Kamen Rider Forze, whatever you want to say, they were calling it, Pisces, they were saying Piscus. It's weird. Whatever. I'm on a tangent. Boom! Got that big box open. There is everything in. First I gotta take this off so you can actually see what's in here. Slicey slice. There's extra stuff in the packet, so let's take a look at that first quickly. See what our little bonuses are. Okay, so these are the instructions, but what if we also have a cardboard piece here? Oh, okay, I see what it is. This cardboard piece actually tells you where these different pieces are supposed to go. It looks like if you stand this up, you can put 3 of the other mecha on this, and then it has a designation for combinations. So it shows right up here that in the middle, you're supposed to put either orange, pink, or yellow. On the left side, you're supposed to put either blue, light blue, sky blue, or green, and then the right side, you're either supposed to put gold, silver, or black. So it kind of gives you like an idea, like if you're making a combination, this is the way it looks. I guess officially in the show, those are the choices you have. So that's an interesting idea. Cool little piece, little cardboard piece. Let's take a look at the Tama. So first one I grabbed is the special Tama. It is one of the ones that it has like a little bit of a sparkle to it. And the thing I can notice on the front, which is a very, very cool design, is it's like a circular design. So in the middle you see, obviously, the lion. But then on the outside you have the other, let me see how many, they got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The other 12 symbols. So that is very, very cool. Even Phoenix. I'll try to give you a better shot of it when I finish the video. But very, very neat. Let's see what it does though. Ba-boom! What sort of noises do we get? So, all 13. So, again, they went through all the names, and then they went through all of the attack noises. So there you go. Very, very cool how it really utilized all of the different noises for the changing, for the Voyagers, for the attacks. Really, really love that. This might be the best Tama of them all. Very, 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 very fun. Awesome, awesome choice. Okay, and then there's one more. The actual Orion one. Oh, it is attached to this piece. Because technically, from the show, this is the Voyager, like, itself. Like, this is the same, this is just like any of the regular little individual mecha. The actual body of it is a ship, so to speak, that this connects to. But, like, if the Red Ranger is driving, he would get into this, and this would be what he would be driving around. Anyway, so there is this one. It is another pretty clear one. The design looks a little darker, but it's pure white. I'm trying to look at the... And on the back, yep, it is just like the other ones where you can see the cockpit. 13, so let's try 13. So you heard those noises already when I busted this one out. I think this is a pretty cool one too. I kind of wish the gold was more of an actual gold instead of this like yellowish gold, just like the Gold Ranger's mecha is. But I understand why, because they wanted to go with this. And when they do mecha, it tends to be this flatter gold, because an actual bright gold in painting for toys, a lot of the times over the years can kind of flake and sort of stuff like that. So I understand why they do it. I still kind of would have liked a more gold variation of it, but another cool Tama adds to my collection. I have like 50 of these now, 50, 60, I don't know. Now let us take out the rest of the pieces so we can get our Voyager on. It's a very nice dark blue. Very, very, very cool. And it goes nice with the light blue on the head. And that is all we need. Okay then, let's put this back on, like so. Okay, you know what, when I'm just holding it this, you know what this reminds me a lot of is, if you watched Voyager, actually, the last one was called Dive Voyager, and these are Voyagers. That's interesting, but it actually reminds me of the Dive Voyager, mechas, especially the Black Ranger's one, which was like a big giant carrier. Kind of feels like a slightly bigger version of that. Battle Orion ship. Okay then. Okay, now we're cycling, but that was quite a few sounds. That was like 5 or 6 sounds. And you can also look on here, it might be hard to see, but they actually have symbols for the different mecha, the ones that I showed you on that little cardboard piece. So they actually show them in these 3 spots, the symbols of the ones where they're supposed to go. So that's interesting. That's a cool little piece. Now we will look at the instructions to actually put this bad boy together. Okay, tells you can change with batteries if you need to. Don't need to because they come with them. So I'm looking at it like this. It's also good to always look at the box, because the box helps me a little bit. Okay, so you take the headpiece. You make sure these pieces are down. See, this is. So you make sure they're down. And then you put it on here. Don't know how to turn that off. And then you fold this piece up right here because it blocks the face. Stop it. Okay. Blocks the face. And then you take the giant cannon, put it up like this. Oh. Pull it back. You take this, put this back on. Boom, like that. Okay, got it eventually. Oh wait, no, I want it off. They lied to me. Okay, so I take this, put it on here. like so. Take the Tama, put it in here, like that. Am I supposed to do anything else with the hands? Okay, so this is actually just like a giant list of how to convert the other individual ones if I'm putting them on the ship. I wonder, is there a combination that is just the original? Yeah, you could do just the originals. Okay. When I say originals, I mean the main 5. So there's a big list of how to do that, but that's not actually what I'm looking for right now. Okay. Okay, so this is basically how the ship goes. There isn't a lot of transformation with this part of it, which isn't really surprising, because with these larger, bulkier final mecha, it really is hard to get a lot of really complex transformation in. But this is basically how it goes. You know, does its thing. And then this is supposed to push forward. And obviously it's not that smooth. Because, oh, it's supposed to turn. And then you can pop it in. And then pop it back. And that's how you lock him in, lock Lucky in. Lock Lucky in so he can shoot off into space, do his thing. But that's not what we're going to do now. We are going to transform. So first you take this off and you fold it in half like this. Because this is going to be used later. Let's see, what is next? You can pop the hand forward. This is the arm. Does it really lock in? Doesn't really feel like it locks in. He stands up. Put that down. Legs fold out. Pretty basic, like in a lot of these. And then this locks on over here as his arm. Oh. See, it's weird because it looks like it's just supposed to be folding there, but it actually technically has a hand. Like it has a hand piece, so this is a full arm, but obviously it's a little weird because it's really just a fold there to give the impression of an arm, so to speak. So that's an interesting, odd way to go. And I also think it's odd that they just have the, oh, I gotta fold that down. Derp. They just really have room for the one Tama there. Like, I guess you could put one in the back, but that doesn't really do anything in that respect. And even if you're loading the other ones on this for, like, more power or whatever, they just chill here in the back. If you put extra ones here, they would just chill down back there. They wouldn't really do anything on their own. Now the question is, does this have extra sounds now that it's standing up? We will see. I'm not really hearing anything different. I think those are all the same sounds. Maybe I didn't lock something in? Because they make it look here like there would be something else. Maybe I need to hold it down. So there is more noises, and I remember that because I had to hold it down with the main mech. I just finally just popped into my head.
We have Orion!
Okay, stop it. So it basically has it has like 4 modes, actually. It has just as the ship, it has it scrambling, getting ready to go, and then it has it in the actual battle mode, and then it finally has it actually delivering the final moves. And then each time you hold it down and switch to modes, you then have a couple extra selections from just pressing the button. So that's very cool. That is a lot of variety there. Now, as far as these variations go, I don't know how many of these I want to actually do. I do want to show you this. I want to give you a quick size comparison, in case you're wondering. So this is the difference between the regular old main mecha and this one. It's not as huge as I thought it would be, because I've seen some really big ones. I'm thinking off the top of my head, the Rhino from Kyuranger. That final mode, it's just one Zord by itself, but it is massive. It is probably up to here. The Lion from a couple years ago, Ninja, very, very massive, very wide. Not necessarily quite, it might be about the same height as far, height-wise, but it's also super wide. So this isn't the biggest, isn't the smallest. I really do think that comparing it to the Dive Voyager from Voyager, especially size-wise, and then I mentioned earlier the design-wise, very, very good comparison, makes a lot of sense to me. And I love the face on this. It kind of looks like he's got a beard thing going on, along with the wild Kooky Von Cooper hair. So, very, very nice. I'll do a little bit quickly with the making it small, with the smaller mode, but let's see. Hold on. Making it smaller mode. I'm speaking English really well today, guys. Let's see how one of these goes. So let's just take the bull for example. Okay, and see where he shows on here. So they actually show you, like, take off the Tama, and then they say take him like this. Wait, how is it like this? Where is he? Okay, so then you would take him and you'd pop him in here. Which again, it doesn't lock in. Like, it just kind of sits there. Like, the spot is designed for him clearly, because it's got like this tread mark, so he's supposed to sit there. But since you're fitting 3 different ones in and they have slightly different designs, they don't really have the ability to make them lock in that much. So it doesn't do a lot in that respect. Let's take another one. So, boom, Chameleon goes over here. And then what's a good middle one? Yellow goes in the middle. That one locks in a little more. But again, they don't do a lot. So if you've got it standing there, like, they're not there for it standing up. They're just there to kind of like give the impression that this is really utilizing all of the different mecha. I don't think it's the greatest way. I do appreciate the effort, but I don't know. I'm not really buying it in that respect. But again, overall, I think this is a very cool final mecha. It's definitely going to set you back a few bucks, especially, you know how it is with toys like this, is if you're importing from Japan, these heavier toys are going to cost you to import. So it's one of those where I'm like, the people who are buying this gotta be the people who like are already locked in for getting all of the Kyuranger stuff, or who just are desperate to get these last 2 Tama, because it doesn't really have a lot of interactability with the previous stuff. That's the thing. And I think that's my biggest takeaway, if we're trying to sum up Kyuranger mecha-wise, is that for a series that started out really promoting how interchangeable all of its mecha was, because, you had first 8 and then 9 extra limbs that could all attach to Red in any different combination, like they were really pimping that out as a huge thing. In the long run, Kyuranger doesn't have a lot of variations for combinations. You got a final mecha that's 100% on its own. You have the 6th, really 12th Ranger's mecha, which is 100% on its own as well. You have the main mecha with all the interconnections, but then you just have the Purple Dragon, which just switches out 2 arms. And like I said before, you know, you end up with 3 extra limbs that don't go on anything unless you're trying to force them on this, which again, I appreciate the effort, but it's still not really a fully formed concept. So there is not a lot of variety. Even last year's Voyager, when you consider the different ways you could stack the cubes and the way they all combined in a couple of different formations, that had more variety when it came to combinations. They were ugly as sin, but they definitely fulfilled the variety area, and Kyuranger surprisingly doesn't. Which, you know, it might not really matter to you that much, because especially for someone like me, like, I care more about just designs, how they fit with the theme of the series, and, you know, I have more affinity towards mecha if they're from a series I really like, and that's just, you know, that's probably common for anybody. So, overall, I still really enjoy Kyuranger. I think they have a lot of great designs, a lot of great mecha, but I do think there was some false advertising, I guess is how I'll put it. I think they really oversold it to a certain degree with the way the mecha worked out. Well, that's just me. Your opinion may vary, obviously, and don't let what I'm saying right now really get you down in that respect, because I really do think these are all like a fantastic series of mecha for a pretty darn good series, TV-wise, obviously. So that's all I have for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed my review of the Orion Battler and all my other Kyuranger reviews I've had throughout the year. There might be another item here or there, some straggler stuff, but for the most part, that's going to close out Kyuranger as a whole. We're on episode 33, 34, I believe, so they don't really bring out a lot of new stuff after that point. Sometimes they use movie stuff in the series, but that's really it. So until my next video, which I honestly don't know what it's going to be, maybe a loot crate, we'll see. Please, just like this video if you like it, comment if you have something you'd like to say, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell to be notified of new videos, share this video with the friends and the family and the people who like giant blue Zords that, you know, throw balls at people, that sort of deal. I don't know. But, all that being said, and until my next video, I am Jeremy, aka Captain Subpar, saying that forever and always until the end of time and space, I am going to be King of the Geeks. Alright, I'll show you this. Like, focus. See, it's shiny, and you can see all the different symbols around it. Very, very cool. As far as the back, it's hard to really see when I put it up to the light myself. It's just kind of like a spread shot of Blast. So nothing really special in that department. But still, overall, very, very cool Tama. Hey, it even says special right on it.